Welcome, So-La-Rah here. I hope you guys are doing well. I am here to do a reading. And the reason I'm here to do a reading is because I've been picking up on some really funky, fucked up energies over the past, for a while, but especially in the past 24 hours or so. And so I want to dive in and I want to see what's going on. And for me, I believe in telling the truth and shaming the enemy. I don't believe in shirking back from these things. And furthermore, when these energies try to come into my fields to shut me up, dim my light, or silence me, or throw death energies towards me, I owe it to myself and the collective to come in and explore and to expose. Because that's what we do. Because the minute that their covers are removed, the minute that the curtains are pulled back and you can see the Wizard of Oz is the minute that the magic fails. And truth be told, the magic really is already failing, but I'm a little bit hype about it tonight because I'm tired of this shit. And okay, I'm gonna get into the reading. Okay, I'm going to go into my Karmic Chronicles deck because that's what I like to go into when I'm dealing with fuckery, right? So I already have a pretty good idea of the energies that are coming through now because I've been observing them. I've been tuning into them, not because I really wanted to, but because they came to my front doorstep. And you come to my front doorstep, I'm going to expose, okay? So we have what's come out. Spiritual black market things. Someone's trying to make a trade, okay? Someone's trying to make a trade. And this is a group. I picked up on group activity once again. And I want to say to you, because some of you, the energies behind this are big time groups. And whenever you see certain people coming together all over the news in a certain place, you can almost guarantee that there's going to be work done behind the scenes at certain beings that are their targets. Okay, so make of that what you will. Broke spiritual laws. We are already highly aware of that. Okay, so at the bottom we have they want you small and ashamed so they can eat and command your energy. This is an act of vampirism. Okay, so if you've been having this energy that's been attacking you in any way, shape, or form, and it's caused you to shrink back into especially, I want to especially tell you that this is working to attack the inner child. Okay, it's working to attack the inner child because a lot of these energies, even though you may be working with it may be happening because of certain groups, it's very family and ancestral in nature because we are in Cancer season. And here's the thing also. Mars literally just moved out of Leo and it's moving into Virgo. And what does that mean and what does that tell me? That tells me that the Mars and Leo energy was there to expose, to bring light to what needed to be fought against, and for protection in those last degrees. That was Seven of Wands energy. But now that Mars has entered Virgo, it's time to plan and strategize in real time and do something about it. That's what that energy is. And so if the planets are telling us that it's time for this, the planets are only doing what they were from the beginning of time, this has been accounted for. Because time only exists in this realm, right? So every circumstance that could ever exist planetarily has been accounted for. I'm not going to get into that because we're doing a reading right now, but know that when an energy like Mars is coming in to protect something, there is a counter energy that it's stepping in to protect. In other words, if Mars is stepping up to strategize how it is to bring in, protection in real time, that means there is a real-time threat. And the Mars and Leo energy was there to expose it. And I want to preface this by saying that this in no means is about fear-mongering, because if this message is for you, then this energy cannot really do much but frustrate you, get you in your feels, trigger certain things so that you see them, so that they can be are like removed out of your resonance so that you can actually like cling to your true timeline. Because what I'm noticing with this energy, I'm noticing a whole bunch of death energy coming in from different angles, okay? And it had its genesis, well, not its genesis, part of this, 2355 on my clock, 555, part of this energy is their full moon, the full moon spells. But I want you to also recognize and realize that the nodes are about to switch, okay? The nodes are switching, I think, in the next day or two, but if you go by, I think, the true nodes or whatever, they're switching in a week. But either way, you have to know whenever there's a huge planetary shift, there is a huge pushback against it in order to continue to keep these matrix energies alive. And with the nodes moving into Aries and Libra, it's justice time. It's justice time. And so some of these energies are fighting so hard to maintain, not even maintain, but to take back all the ground that they've lost because they're drowning. And so it's like they're using stupid magic, right? And they've been doing this for a while, and I try to stay away from these messages, but when it comes to my front door, when it comes into my fields, in such a powerful and a strong way, I will expose it. I will talk about it, because if it's happening for me to see and to experience, that means there's a message there for someone else too. Okay, so what I'm noticing about this strain of death energies and attacks is that, for one thing, it's very much tied to these dying ancestral entities within specific bloodlines that are trying to hold on for dear life, okay? That's one thing I'm noticing. Another thing I'm noticing is that when that energy comes in to hit you, because the whole purpose of it is to destroy, is to bring tower, like really bad tower energies, like, but this is like powerful death magic that's been being thrown. So what it's often going to manifest itself as is a change in how you experience time. Okay, so I want to be careful here, because when you're about to jump timelines, the way you experience time begins to change too. But the difference with a death spell is that oftentimes the time feels weird, but in a not so nice way. Like there's something that feels off about it, and you might even feel almost like you're underwater. That kind of energy, yes. And the whole point of it is to, again, drag you back into a lower timeline. And what I actually was seeing was to try to, like, some of them have tried literally to imprison some of us on the astral again. I saw it. Okay, so another thing, when that energy comes in and it messes with your time, your experience of time, it's then going to have an effect on your emotional and your mental bodies. Because remember, everything is as above, so below. So what's happening in the spirit, what they've enacted in the spirit, now in order for it to come through into real time, into your physical reality, it must come through your mental and your emotional planes. It must hit you in your thoughts. Your thoughts all of a sudden from nowhere will change. Okay? Then it will hit you in the emotions. And you will also know that it is an attack, because you'll go from... You'll know that they're not your thoughts, and you'll know that they're not your feelings, because you've done so much work that now you're aware. You're aware now of how you truly feel about yourself, or about a situation, or about another person. And these energies will try their damnedest to come and cause some kind of division between you and yourself, or you and another. And I'm a little bit hype about this, so let me get back into the cards, because let's get some information. Let's not make this so much a teaching. Time or timeline fuckery just popped out, and I accidentally put it back. Oh, but it did come out anyway. Look, time or timeline fuckery, because you can't make this shit up. But guess what? And I knew this also. Your path is clear. You know why? Because those of you who are the targets in this round of death magic, as the nodes shift and in between these major moons, and because it's Cancer season and you're dealing with all of this ancestral shit and the resetting, the grand reset energies that Cancer energy affords us and them, Many of you have extra protection stepping in at this time. And the way I've seen it is that they're intercepting things. Because what this energy is trying to do is fuck up how you get to the 8-8 portal. That's what they were showing me too. It's here to fuck up how you get to the 8-8 portal, because remember, I've said to you 0000 on my clock, midnight, grand reset energy. What I've said to you about the 8-8 portal, as you move into Leo season, Cancer is bridging the gap between your mind and your heart in order for you to get full access back to your light body and to your divine contracts, that you can walk them out in the fullness of truth. That's the point of the Cancer energy. It's here to tune you back into your greatness. So what these energies are here trying to do is tune you out into an emotional place of despair. It's very emotional the way these energies are playing out right now. So in Gemini season, you had a lot of psychic attacks. Okay? Now, even though the attacks might come through conversation, through words, through mental energies, they're designed to hit you in the emotions. They're designed to cripple you in your emotions. But your path is clear, because I'm literally seeing guides and protectors intercept on the mental and the emotional plane. So some of you might be feeling it, but this stuff is being rediverted. It's being sent before it can affect your material reality. Or you might notice some random things occurring in your material reality, but it's like, it's not the full effect of the energy. It's like a really weak attempt, and it's not even an attempt. If you weren't aware of what was happening, you'd even miss it, because it's not that much, excuse me, it's not that much of a threat. Understand and overstand right now that all of these old Atlantean timelines, the roots of these energies that put us in separation with one another to begin with and with self to begin with, are coming up, and they're utilizing the power of those energies also to try to reopen those ancient timelines. When I tell you I got dragged today through timelines that I didn't open myself up to them. Not like me like trying to tune in or tap in. These were my guides wanting me to see. No, these timelines are open right now because they've reopened a timeline between you and a divine partner, or between you and a friend, where this person did this to you at the close of Atlantis, and they're doing it because you guys are coming back to being together, or you're coming back to neutralizing that karma so you can move forward in divine contracts with all of that behind you. When I tell you the timeline fuckery, the levels right now, the levels to this timeline fuckery. Those that put others on pedestals, wait for their fall. Be very wary of people who are flattering you right now, or trying to get into your energy to flatter you. Okay? I was just talking to someone about this yesterday. Because people love to hype you up and put you on a pedestal in order to prepare to push you off. I'm not going to get into that too much, because it is what it is. But we have mad because you peaked their game. So there is an energy right now that is very angry. And in its anger, remember I was just saying, like, stupid magic? Yes, it's stupid magic. Because they know you are their judgment. It's a very begrudging energy too, I've been picking up. A very begrudging energy. Like, I know I've lost. It's like, it's a childlike energy. I know I've lost, but I'm going to fuck everything up anyway, just because I can. And just because even if you've won the trophy, I'm going to make sure that I scratch it up before I give it to you. It's that kind of energy. It's that kind of energy. So this is another one. They've lost the chance to come around you physically, trying to invade you and your surroundings psychically or through dreams. So yeah, that's another thing I've been picking up. A lot of attempts to intercept in dream time, but also at the same time, a lot of guides stepping in to protect also. A lot of guidance coming through dreams right now too. Because what this is, what it feels like, guys, and the reason why I'm doing a reading like this tonight to begin with, because I try to stay away from these energies at this point because they're so fucking heavy. Because as beautiful as the energy is that's coming through the planet, and how joyful and hopeful and inspiring it is, there's all, because we live in a matrix of duality, there's always its equal. So the energy right now in its heaviness is heavy as all fuck, and I try to stay away from it, except when I can't, because I'm being shown what needs to be shown, I guess, for these things to leave. And that's the only reason this reading is happening. It's because this energy must leave. It must leave by being exposed. It must leave by being spoken and told on. It must leave by you saying, oh, okay, aha, I see it now too. I don't have to worry. That's why, okay? So this, for many of you, you have reached such a pinnacle point on your ascension where your divine contracts have been rolling out. You know, whether they have occurred and you are materially seeing that and feeling it and experiencing it, or whether you're sensing that it's on the cusp, you would be right, because that's what the new moon in Gemini brought in. But the full moon in Capricorn brought in all of those energies from past contracts that want to fuck with these new divine contracts, to make sure that, like that child energy I was saying about again, that either they want to exterminate those contracts if they can, but if they can't, they want to make sure that they cause turbulence, that they rain on your parade. This is like you're getting ready to be in Six of Wands energy. After we move out of Cancer season, we're moving into Leo season, and the 8-8 portal is Six of Wands energy. It's the recovery of your light. It's your victory. And so everything right now is designed to make sure that you're not in the right resonance to connect with the truth of your heart. That if you have a divine connection, that the energies between you, they're sullied. Or even if you are coming into inner union, there's some kind of block. That's what these energies are wanting to do. Ultimately, they're really wanting to put back a block in the heart. This is why the attacks are so fucking emotional. Because they want to put a block back into the heart, because a blocked heart chakra cannot access the fullness of their light. Leo energy, the sun, your heart. I'm going to make this I'm going to make this as short as I can. I'm going into the Oracle of Shadow and Light. I think it's been such a while since I've gone into this deck that I don't even remember. Woo! Pink Lotus Fairy, a time for spirit. I want to emphasize again that this is, and I've been getting that lotus energy a lot, you know, in personal pulls and in like trying to discern the collective energy as I was like tuning. I couldn't escape this heaviness. A lot of lotus flower energy, a lot of the rebirthing out of like the darkest, densest, like the rising out and still having these energies like slinging mud at you. So what's actually come out? We've got a few. We've got Fairy of the Divine Hand, Intoxication, Distorted View, Overindulgence. So this is all that energy of trying to get you into emotional, into such an emotional tizzy that it puts you out of balance. It causes you to begin to see and to experience things in distorted ways. Timeline fuckery. And it causes you to either overindulge or underindulge. It's all about putting you out of balance. So with the Cancerian energy, a lot of the time, it's going to manifest in how it affects your appetite, for example. And I'm not going to go into the fullness of that, but like the overindulgence, the emotional eating, or the emotion, or doing things that try to deal with those emotions, but in ways that are in like addictive ways. Okay? And the point is that a lot of these energies are trying to push you back into old coping habits, old coping patterns, pushing you back into old ways you used to comfort yourself. And they're ways that you used to comfort yourself because of your injured inner child. Please understand and overstand that that is what they're ultimately always wanting to attack, but especially right now in this window between the 777 portal while the nodes shift, and as we move into the new moon in Cancer and then into Leo season. Okay, so what I'm also getting from this card is like it's the fairy of the divine hand. You know, like when I was a born again Christian, we were often told to see the hand of God in everything. So to not get upset and to react to situations, but to see God's hand in everything. In other words, see the divine value, see the divine plan, see the divine strategy. Because these energies are working in tandem. What the enemy means to destroy you, the divine will use to elevate you. What these energies are using to try to destroy you, to put you to death, to cage you, are exactly the energies that the divine is using to liberate you and to put you in your Six of Wands glory. Please know this. Please know this tonight. Storm Angel. Collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. This is speaking about the energetic attack. It's a storm feeling, right? Especially with those with the timeline fuckery, when that death energy hits, it feels like a very quiet storm, but it's storming energy. But the storm is also here to bring in transition and transformation and rebirth. The death energies are here for you to wield the power of them. If you find yourself in a heap crying over this stuff, cry, let it out. Don't hold on to those tears and those emotions. You must let it flow. Don't let it crystallize in your energy field. Don't do it. But at the same time, then you pick yourself up and you get into your Mars and Virgo energy and you fight. You fight strategically. And you fight in ways that's going to liberate you on this plane now. Because you're already liberated in the heavens. They can try all they want to do to create their false spiritual narratives, but many of us are already in tune with the truth of who we are cosmologically. We've reconnected. So the only way they can get us to try to manifest their reality for us on the earth that they're trying to fuck with, spiritually through their spell work, the only way that's going to actually happen is if we fall into despair and we stay there. Fall, cry, do your Elijah stuff, cry out to God and tell God, why me, or how am I going to get out of this? And then remember who the fuck you are, because this is what these energies are here to do. Remember who the fuck you are, dust yourself off, go and write yourself a decree. Go and remind these assholes that they are breaking universal laws. Go and return their energy back to them. Expose them where they need to be exposed. And keep it moving. Dried Flower Fairy. Sweet Memories, 11. This is the energy that I've been feeling of, or that my guides were showing me today, of them opening old Atlantean timelines. This is what they're doing, but please also know, because this is the divine brilliance of this too. When they open the old Atlantean timelines because they're wanting to cause issues and schisms with divine partners and all that other crap, what they're actually doing is giving you the opportunity to heal that too. In ways that you probably wouldn't have been able to heal because you wouldn't have maybe been able to access that, or would have been more difficult. You would have had to know what you're looking for. You would have had to be more intentional about it. But when they open old timelines to try to fuck with you and put you back into a lower one, they're ultimately helping you to heal what got you stuck there to begin with. How about them apples? Oh, I'm on a train tonight. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Choo-choo. I'm done with this shit. And you should be too. I'm going into the Kipper deck because Kipper be telling on everybody. Look at this. This is another thing I want you to be very aware of. Whenever you have these energies come in, what is it? In the Bible it says, when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Spirit of God raises up a standard of righteousness against them. Right? Okay, so whenever you feel these energies coming in like a flood, know that it's because something is coming to put things in such profound divine order for as long as you hold on. Unexpected income is at the bottom. This is what's coming to someone. This is what is in your fields. This is, nobody fights you this hard for nothing. Despair. I'm taking this two ways. 32. I'm taking it to, that's the number of change. That is the Empress and the High Priestess, which again is telling you this is the attack of the Divine Mother energies, the attack of the womb, the attack of the amniotic fluids, the attack of these energies that are here to program you out of these old energies and timelines and into your greatness. It's an attack against that. Okay, so a few things. For one thing, this is the energy they're trying to put into your field so you don't access this. This is how energy works. It's the Two of Pentacles. This is why they do what they do. For as long as they keep you out of balance, they maintain a false sense of balance. When you get your balance and your stability back, their false balance must crumble because it was built upon sand and not a sturdy foundation. Because they're not creators. They just steal. So on the one hand, this is speaking of what they're trying to throw into your fields because they don't want you getting this, because your stability means their downfall. So they're trying to put the downfall on you. But for as long as you hold on to your divine feminine wisdom, because this is what's going to get you through with this 32, it's the divine feminine wisdom, it's the third eye, it's the tuning into. You have the power to tune into the amniotic fluids that are surrounding you. You have the ability to tune into these waters and see what the fuck they're trying to put in them. You have the ability to tune into all of the emotional fuckery they're trying to place in your fields. You have that ability. I'm sorry, I'm looking at I already put away the other cards. I'm trying to remember a card that came out. It was something about sweet memories. There's, and the Lotus. There's something here about, again, trying to muddy your waters. They're trying to muddy the waters. Trying to muddy the waters. So the Divine Mother is coming to clear the waters for you. And they're trying to muddy the water. This is some really spoiled child energy again. This is like, oh, you clean, what is it? It's like, it's in Cinderella. Remember the cat? When she cleans the floor and the cat comes and makes a mess on purpose right after she's cleaned the floor and she's getting ready to go to the ball. And she has everything, or when she has everything done and she's all ready to go and she's made her dress and the mice have helped her and she's come through every single fucking challenge and fucked up energy they've thrown at her, and she's still managed to get dressed and to make a dress for the ball with her help. Her help from the natural world, her spiritual team. And yet they come and they tear everything down that she only just was able to put together. This is that energy. But then who shows up after Drizella and Grizella, whatever their fucking names are? Who shows up? Who shows up right after they rip her dress and they steal her pearls? Fairy Godmother. And Fairy Godmother makes her dress more beautiful than she could ever have made herself. And she makes it from her rags. She takes those rags and she alchemizes them and she clothes her in her true riches. I know somebody needs to hear this right now because I need to hear it. Oh, man. Okay. 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 Let's see who's supporting us in this. I'm going into the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck right now. Let's see who's showing up for us. I know who's been. I know who they. Let me stop. Like really right now, just trying to push into people's energy in all kinds of ways. Like I said, stupid magic. Stupid magic. Magic that is ultimately is going to hurt them more than it could ever hurt you at this point. Exactly who I thought wants to come out. So I'm gonna take you. Where did you go? Here you go, because I put her back in. But here, this is who I was gonna mention, but you know, she's come out anyway. I accidentally put her back in, but I'm pulling her out again. Kali Ma. Kali Ma. So understand and overstand, or even just remember, because I say this all the time, that the attacks are activations. It's time for us to face these fears. And when I say it's time for you to face fears, it's time for me to face fears. Well, what are the fears? It's not real. It's illusion. It's false. It's not who you truly are. It's false evidence appearing real. It's trying to make you believe something that isn't real. It's time for you to be so sure about who you are that you don't fall for the falsity. It's not real. It's a hologram. It's not real. I'm putting her back in because she didn't fly, but she still wanted to be known. So, but yeah, Kali Ma is that energy of slaying our fear and our egos around, you know, like, because a lot of the time this energy is designed to intimidate you and to cause you to pull back and shrink back. Oh, I'll be quiet. Oh, I won't say how I feel. Oh, I won't rock the boat. Oh, I'll just go back into being this quiet little being that makes everyone else comfortable so they can continue to harvest my light. Fuck that. I love this. This is hilarious to me, 0022, because Kuan Yin is showing up too. So we got Kuan Yin and Kali rolling together. And I'm loving this because that's really how it is. We've got these energies that are like slaying the darkness through the power and the potency that they wield in that energy. But then we've got this beautiful, compassionate energy. And the compassion is here because, for one thing, it's asking us to have such profound compassion for ourselves and one another in these transitions. But it's also here because it's like that, you know, the Jesus on the cross. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, even though they do. It's almost like it's not that we're supposed to have care and compassion for them in the sense that, you know, like we're tolerating their energy, but it's just like at this point we should just feel sorry for them. That's really what it is. Lord Shiva, transcendence. We're being taught how to dance in the fire. We're being taught right now how to dance into the fire. How to be fire dancers, how to be fire walkers. You're learning, we're learning, I'm learning how to better transmute these energies into power. That's why I came on here tonight, because one of my powers and my gifts is to speak, and through my speaking to activate and transmute. So you come at me with your death energies, I'm going to use my big ass mouth. And I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to tell on you. Done with this shit. Whew. Okay. And while we're walking, we're becoming fire walkers and fire dancers. Let's get a dragon card, and then I'm going to piss off. Having alchemized these energies for myself and hopefully for you too. Ashe. I'm getting that song, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. Can't nobody break my stride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving. Can't nobody break my stride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving. Keep it moving. Keep that energy moving. This is how you learn how to be a fire walker. This is what they want. They want this energy to stagnate in our field so that it creates heart blocks. Dance in the fire. Talk in the fire. Sing in the fire. Share in the fire. Don't just sit in there. Don't sit in the fire. Because that's exactly what the timeline fuckery almost feels like too. It's like when you are, you know, like if you are in a campfire and the smoke rises so much that it creates that kind of mirage energy that almost looks like you're underwater. It could also just as easily be that energy too of the fire. Dance, 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 dance. What was that? There was a song we used to sing when I was a Christian. When the Spirit of the Lord moves in my heart, I will dance like David danced. It's time to dance. Get your tambourine out and dance yourself through this, okay? Gold and silver, violet, flame, dragon. Ooh, yes, bring it on. Gold and silver, violet, flame, dragon. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. That's that Kuan Yin energy. This is what it is too. It's time for transformation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. See the alchemy symbol in the background and that the dragon is on? Ooh, yes. You see how that just lit the fuck up when I said it too? Thank you, dragons. It is dragon season. It is dragon season. While you're becoming a fire walker and a fire dancer. Or reconnecting to your mother, your true mother of dragons energy. Don't nobody got time for this. Green dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. Yeah? So make sure you're getting out a lot right now, trying to ground. Know that nature is working to give you messages too, to protect you, just like, you know, Cinderella and her crew. I love those mice. Gus Gus was my favorite. Yeah. But it's also because as you do that, we are anchoring in the divine mother energies in such a profound way. I felt it. I was out sun gazing on Friday and I felt it. I felt the womb of the earth, not the womb. I felt the pulsating of Gaia's womb, wanting to connect with us again, wanting to be in alignment and in tandem with our womb energy. There's never birth without trauma, without pain, without resistance. So anyway, I'm going to leave with that now. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I hope you feel better. I feel better. I'm sending you guys so much love. I'm sending you, I'm speaking over you. Love, joy, peace, abundance, more joy, balance, clarity, focus, justice. Every amazing, beautiful thing under the sun that is ultimately your birthright and these assholes keep trying to fuck with. Take it all back. Take it all back. Take back the waters. Until next time, be well.